Afternoon, everybody. It's 1:30 p.m. on the 9th of February. It's Rescue Boss, and just want to do a quick video on a couple different things. The first thing is some additions I'm putting into my son's bag. I know I've done it before, but I figured I'd pull the whole bag out and go through it. So first thing I'm going to be doing is adding 2 bottles of water for his small 72-hour pack that I did before. Showed you this when I bought that. I'm also adding his food that he likes. Okay, SpaghettiOs, meatballs, the bag. Chicken and stars, mac and cheese. Okay. Gotta have stuff that they eat. Complete snacks. One of these is the collapsible cups. I try to go through it and make sure that everything's still good in the bag, because you never know. Glow stick, toothbrush paste, hygiene kit, okay, a helmet light, a cheap flashlight, headlamp, and a cheap flashlight, cheap notepad, the cheap compass, but it's something that I can teach them with. Then of course emergency whistle with the temperature gauge, and then on the inside of course it has a small mirror. Nothing fancy, but for a young kid it would be good. The fire striker and the spark to make it spark. I put this one in there versus the one that we got at the meet and greet, only because if he loses it, it's not a big deal. Some other things that I added to this that I'm not sure if I put in my video when I did it is games. This one's magnetic checkers. This one's a magnetic hangman. An activity book. Tattoos. 4 of these little play pack things. The good part is he can share them if need be. 2 of them are for girls, but if he has nothing else, he'll play with them. Chinese checkers game, and then crayons. So I'm going to quick put this stuff in the bag, and then I'll show you some other stuff that I've added that I picked up today. I'm going to add to the family side of it for his bag and my bag. Some of it may not be able to fit everywhere, but we'll go through it. One of the things I'm putting in his bag today is, of course, the multi-tool from Diggers, and then this summer I'll go over this with him. Of course, I carry a plastic spork for him, easy to clean up versus if something happens to it, it's not a big loss. Didn't pay a lot for it, so that'll be in this bag too. This is a cheap Swiss style knife that I put in his bag. I thought this was a good thing to do. Eventually, I may swap this out for a multi-tool. This is from one of the hospitals that was given to me, but I figured for him it would be a good thing. It has quite a few options to it with a knife. The file and all, screwdriver, stuff like that, and then it has the little key ring thing so you can add to that. So that's in his bag. Some things I found today that I thought was interesting that I'll be also adding to his bag. I have them in my bag, but collapsible, foldable canteen. I figured for $2, maybe $3 at the most, this would be okay to throw in his bag. It gives him a little extra capability of hauling water, or redundancy to support one of the other bags if something happened. We would probably be carrying most of the stuff anyway in an emergency. So I thought that was an okay thing. One of the things that I thought was really, really, really cool is this little kit. It's a camp stainless steel kit for two. It includes two 9.4-inch plates with raised edges, two forks, two spoons, two knives, two collapsible silicone drinking cups, and one mesh bag. And this was on closeout for, I think it was either $5 or $6. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. It's a little heavy because of the weight of the stainless steel, but it's given me capability for something I don't have already. I have the cups and I have the silverware, but I did not have the plates. But extra is always better, in my opinion. And it comes in a nice mesh bag that I could also use to collect stuff out inside with. Another thing I picked up, probably not worth a heck of a darn because they always load them up with Band-Aids and stuff, but for I'm going to probably empty this and move this stuff into his first aid kit, but this waterproof first aid kit, they call it. I like the container, so I may use that for my stuff for another purpose, but this was closeout for $4, and I thought, well, that's worth it. It has a little bit of cordage with it, not much, a little D-ring, and then it also includes alcohol preps, antiseptic towels, bandages, which are 10 Band-Aids, 2 knuckle, 2 butterflies, sterile gauze pads of 2, sting relief 1, and tape. Comes out to 23 pieces. So I thought that was an okay deal. And then I picked up another one of these first aid kits. I've done them before. This one was closeout or on sale for, I think it was maybe $9. But I'm going to try to mix and match to make his first aid kit a stronger first aid kit in his bag. So the only other oddball things I picked up today was the cheap tent stakes, because I do have out in my garage one of the strainers for like your silverware that I'm going to try to make a way to cook with it, sort of like Diggers did, but that's just another add-on. These were 57 cents, so I figured get them and use them that way would be probably a good idea. So that's what I picked up today. Thought it was an alright deal. It adds a little more equipment to some of the stuff I have. So that's the biggest stuff there. Some other things to think about is this time of year, start looking around. You may see sales for closure items, clothing. You may be able to pick up some extra stuff cheap, and that's what I figured I was doing, is picking up some extra stuff, because if I can't use it, I can add it to a tote, to my bug out totes. So if something happens, I have extra stuff in them, and that's my next goal, is getting all that stuff started to get it situated. So if I have a 10-minute window to bug out, the first things I would go for is my emergency bags, and then my tote setups. And then if I have time, then I would worry about other stuff. So, and then I'm also working on my binder yet. The binder setup, I've been printing out stuff as I can. On cooking stoves, stuff like that. I'm going to try to make up a binder so I have it, so I can inventory it, and also have that capability. If something would happen, This would be in paper form, but it also could be in other forms also. And another thing I'm going to do is, and I found these online, is these small cards, okay, were already in this system. Guy made them like playing cards. So I'm going to try to cut these out and make them so that I can add them to my kit. But also what I'd like to do is, if anybody out there is good with Excel spreadsheets and can add to these different forms or other things that would fit, let me know and I can send you a copy of them. I did not make these. I am not taking credit for them, but they may come in use for me during an emergency to have in the kit, because they have two different things in them: shortcut ideas, survival cards that I'm going to also cut out on different knots, survival, fishing, stuff like that. So I'm going to add all that to it too, so that if something happens, I have it, or it's in my bag, so if somebody else comes along, they'll have access to it, sort of like the Wilderness First Aid reference card, stuff like that. So just things to think about when you're out there, is having more information available. So, oh, and one of the other things I found yesterday, which I thought was cool, I had one before, but somehow it disappeared, was a wall charger. 4 USB plugs on it, plugs into the outlet. I carry my cell phone, which is USB charger. And I have a couple other electronics that are USB, so this gives me that capability out of one outlet to split it to 4 and can charge my things. Believe it or not, this only was $7.99, and I picked this up yesterday at TJ Maxx. So I always tell people, like I said, you got to look for things if you can use it or not. But if you have limited outlets, like when traveling and stuff, which sometimes I do, that's part of the reason for this. So just sharing some of the things I found. Hopefully it's come in handy. If you have any thoughts, comments, or other stuff, let me know. The end of my YouTube stuff in the About Me is my email address. Should be in there. Feel free to zip off an email. Tell me what you think. This will be my first video for the day. Don't know if I'll do any more, but I wanted to stop by and say hi to everybody. Let everybody know. Sorry I couldn't make it last night to the Prepper X chat, but not often I get to go out, so we actually got to go out and have some family time and did some good dinner at Longhorns, which I've never ate at, and I would definitely go back, and did some shopping. So thanks for following along. Be safe, enjoy, and if you're on the East Coast, be ready for some snow next week. It is now 1:51 p.m. Rescue Boss will be signing off. God bless, be safe, be prepared, not scared.